Welcome back. I'm your host, Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time. Hey, I had a great weekend because, as you all know, this last weekend was the Tejano Music Awards Fanfare in San Antonio. And today we're having a recap, and we have a special guest because normally on It's Tejano Time we don't have guests. It's Buddy does whatever he wants. And today I wanted to have guests to recap. Okay, next we have Bino G, the host of the TMA National Radio Show. And, well, you know what? He also has lots of other. I think it's his 21st anniversary with the Tejano Music Awards. All right, let's welcome Bino G.
¿Qué pasó, buddy? Thank you guys for being out there and supporting the 2026 Tejano Music Awards fanfare.
All right. Hey, I had a great time. I'm still tired. And I think we talked before. You just got back from the.
Yes, I just got back this morning around 2 o'clock in the morning. I was up till about five. Of course, trying to unwind a little bit, try to unpack a little bit of my stuff. But I was already up at 8:30, thinking that I was already late to get to the office and start the next day. But that's going to happen here for the next couple of weeks. I'll start anything and everything that could go wrong. Those are the reoccurring nightmares that I have. But I'm used to it. But gracias a Dios, and everything went great this year.
Yeah.
Of course, Friday, of course,
Except the
Sunday we had
weather.
the
The
yeah,
weather.
except for the weather. We were just talking about that. I've never
Yeah.
felt where it's hot during the day and all of a sudden it gets cold like wintertime temperatures, man. It was crazy. But hey,
Yeah.
it's Texas, what do you expect?
Yeah.
So
Wait
but
20 minutes. It'll change.
that's right. That's right. You just never know. And I didn't pack for that either. So of course I'm out there, with shorts and short sleeve, but it was good though. I mean, with the adrenaline flowing and all the moving around, it really didn't affect me too much. But
Yeah.
we had, like I said, it was a great turnout this year, and I see something that's happening from the time we moved last year, the awards, to this year. It's just been a big surge of uh, people really interested in Tejano music again, which is great. Don't get me wrong, I love that. I had a abundance of artists from out of state this year that signed up, which was awesome. So
I
from
I
Mexico, we had more artists than ever that actually signed up as well too. And of course, we know we have our Texas based bands here, but we try to combine all together.
right.
So this way the Texas fans can see these out of state bands that they don't actually get to see on a normal basis, and then the out of state bands get to come in Texas and experience a little bit about the Texas flavor. Now, some of them are actually veterans that have come back. They've been with us for quite a while now, and they
Oh yeah.
really enjoy coming down here to perform. But a majority this year of that list that you saw on the schedule were a lot of brand new bands that came in this year.
Yes, there were a few things I noticed. Like, I think there were a lot of comebacks, and there was a big DFW presence. And I saw also there was a lot of female artists on the schedule. I thought it was all great.
Yeah, we've been missing the female presence for many, many years in our industry. Uh, Probably back during COVID, we didn't have that many female artists in our industry. But here lately, I believe that, we're getting that surge back, which is great. I really believe that the females sometimes feel intimidated because of the male presence in our industry.
Yeah.
But hey, that alone and that part belongs to them. I mean, the female dominates when they want to dominate. They dominate us at home when we're here. So I mean, why can't they dominate our industry? But I mean, yeah, they're females, and of course, it's been not just now. It's been for past years. That the females always felt like they get left out of stuff, and I feel like we really need to support these female artists that are out there.
Yes.
Make
Yes.
them
Yeah.
feel like what they make them feel that their dream can come true. And it can.
Yes.
I've seen it so many times. The 21 years that I've been with TTMA already, I've seen that happen. But I've also seen where they just start disappearing because they'd have no.
Yeah.
They feel like there's no hope for them in this industry. So, I would like to see more collaborations with the male
Yes.
and the females. You see it in other genres of music. Why not ours? I really believe that that would actually help.
Yeah. You know what? I did notice that David Olivares, he brought in a young female. God, what was her name?
Yes.
Uh,
Celeste
es-
Escobar
yes, I was gonna say
from Houston.
Escobar. Remember,
Yes.
I didn't catch her first name on the video that I watched. I watch all these videos over and over again, and today I did the same. And yeah, that's pretty nice. I think it was Jaime de Ande also brought in Elijah from Arizona. He was an accordion
That's
player,
right.
and
Yes, yes, yes.
and Eddie Gonzalez also hosted that young man accordion guy. I mean Elijah. I think
That's
Ezekiel,
right.
Elijah Ezekiel.
That's
He's
correct.
badass. There's a I didn't know Arizona had it like that.
Arizona has a lot of great talented musicians over there in our industry, and like I said, it's just that's the reason why we do this each and every year. This is the Toronto Music Awards fanfare, and like I said, I've been on it with them for half of what they've been here, and so I had to do a lot of research also. But in the very beginning, from what I was told, fanfare was strictly for new artists only.
Oh,
It
really?
wasn't until years later when the established artists wanted to become a part of that. So that's where we're at today. Um, but this event was just to evolve to have a platform for these artists to have a stage to showcase their talent, and which is still true to today. And I understand, people see these large crowds thinking that they're racking in millions of dollars. And I did too. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first started with
Yeah.
TTMA 21 years ago as a stage manager, I was like, wow, man, these people are packing it in, and I'm sure they're making a lot of money. But the beer booth is the bloodline to the whole thing here. We
Yeah.
don't have major sponsors like other genres of music do. They're not throwing 20, 40, even $500,000 at our event. We have to pretty much cover about 80% of these costs,
Oh yeah. Well,
and people think that, well, you don't pay the bands and everything. Well, it's that's why it's a promotional event. We're providing a platform for the artists to come in. It's not like we're calling them up, hey, we want you to be here and pulling your leg to
right.
get you here. This is a time that was supposed to be where you give a free concert back to the fans who support you every year.
Right.
It's not like, let's just say, for instance, we take a loss like we have a couple of years now. We're not calling the artist, hey, man, we took a loss. So can you actually help us pay for the event? It
Yeah.
doesn't work that way. So we take a risk also on this event. I mean, if we don't make it, I mean, we still have to cover the cost, but the bills still get paid one way or the other.
Right.
It's just that it kind of hurts us for the awards because then our budget, probably pretty much goes to zero. So we have to kind of hope that everything goes well during the awards to cover those costs as well. So it's like a big promoter. You're
Oh yeah.
banking on making your money back by the fans coming in to support the artist, and of course the artists come back and support us. So it's like one big family. I'll tell you that right now. That's what it is. Um, Now we were talking about earlier about the process
Yeah.
of
What is
how
the
the bands are
process for
chosen.
how? Yeah. How do you get the
So
new kid?
I've had
New
over
one.
the last 8 years, 9 years now that I've been doing this, the process that I broke it down to a science. Uh, a lot of these artists, I don't know who they are to begin with when they're brand new, because they come from
Oh
different
yeah. Me
parts
either.
of Texas or out of state. So it's not like I'm traveling to every state in the world trying to follow everybody. So I've always I started the new application where it asks for two YouTube live performances, because that gives
That's not a
me
bad idea.
a sense of how they sound, what's their presence on stage, interaction with the fans. I use that as a tool. Do I think they're mature enough to actually come on to the stage at that point? I sure wouldn't want to book them if they're not ready. Because I tell you
Right.
what, first impressions are very, very important, and I wouldn't want to jeopardize it. I mean, I had several bands that this year they've been trying to get in, but just now that they're maturing now that they've had more time to be on stage in front of the crowds, now I saw that they were ready. So they were very excited this year to come in.
Yeah.
This year there was a lot of new bands that came in. A lot of the artists that we've had with us prior, and some of them are very true to me. This is just a hobby that they do. They love playing at fanfare, but I really needed to make that room for these new artists that really want to make a career out of this.
Right.
And it's not saying that these artists won't come back. I did have to use a few of them this year because of cancellations and stuff, but uh, it was just I needed to make that move. You have to keep it fresh. You always have new artists that are coming in that sound spectacular. Um, sometimes you become a superstar overnight. I mean, it's just how the crowd accepts you when you're performing. I heard a lot of great reviews this year about these new bands as well, which was great. And that's what I'm hoping. I'm choosing the pick of the crop most of the time during those videos that they're sending to allow that on the schedule so the arts, I mean, so the fans could come out and watch these performances.
Right. Yeah, I was I telling you earlier, Ezekiel was a real good. Elijah, I don't know why I'm calling it Ezekiel, was really good, and I have some footage of where Eddie Gonzalez. You know what? Let me mark it up right now. Whoops. Of Eddie Gonzalez. I was telling you about like I felt like it was a comeback for a lot of artists. And whoops, let me see. Sorry, I have to produce a show while I'm doing this.
Oh,
All
you're
right.
fine.
Right. I have to
But
talk a lot.
eh, you're
Go
fine.
ahead.
But Eddie Gonzalez too. He really dedicated that show to Johnny Martinez, who just passed away.
Oh, I
God
didn't know
rest his
that.
soul, and my condolences to his family and fans and friends too. But yeah, he was. It was an emotional roller coaster for him that night, and so he gave his all that night. I mean, and it showed. I mean, he probably could have sang about another 3 or 4 hours if he wanted to.
Whoops. I screwed up somewhere. Uh-oh.
You're good. It's a digital age. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing wrong this time. Okay.
We'll figure it out. It's not a big
Okay.
deal.
But can you hear them? Can you hear Eddie
Yes,
Gonzalez? I don't know
yes,
if
I
they
can.
can hear him. Uh, I, I don't even see him on my screen right now. Okay. Oh, there it is. I see him now.
There he goes. All right.
Okay. All right. Let me. There we go. Sorry about that. You know, but everybody that watches my show knows that I'm not a professional, and I don't consider myself a professional producer of this. But even though I've been doing this for several years, but I try to make this as best as I can for everybody. And I am so glad that I
Right.
shoot this footage for everybody that wasn't able to show up to the Tejano Musical Fanfare. And even you're busy so running around all over the place that you don't get to see all these bands perform until
You know
later.
when I actually get to start enjoying fanfare is when I get home and start watching Facebook, TikTok, YouTube
Yeah.
videos, or what the media sends me. And that's how I actually capture fanfare.
Yeah, and I'm about to share you. I don't know if you've seen any of this, but well, I'm sure you didn't see my angle of it. But so here
Right.
is Eddie Gonzalez, and Elijah's gonna performed with him. You know what? When I first saw it, I thought it was like Eddie's son or something. I said, "Wait, does Eddie have a son that plays the accordion and stuff?" But here we are. Hopefully, the audio is okay with all this. You know what? This is about 3 minutes long. So let me. I'll play a portion of it. Okay. All right.
There you
Here.
go.
Okay. Eddie Gonzalez at 2026 Tejano Fanfare here on It's Tejano Time.
Qué felicidad la que tú me das. Porque nadie más te puede querer como yo te amo. No, no, nadie más te dará un amor como yo te doy. No, no one for me, no one for you, and our love is true. And there's no one else who could ever love you the way I do. Hoy quiero decirte, cariño de mi alma, que vivo por ti. Que nada ni nadie podrá separarnos jamás de ti. Que paso la noche sentado en mi cuarto pensando en tu amor. ¡Qué felicidad! ¡Qué felicidad! La que no me da.
right. There was Eddie Gonzalez.
Still a showman, right? After all these years.
I didn't even recognize him. He lost a lot of weight since last year.
Yes, he has. He's trying
And
to straighten out his life and get out there and perform more. And
oh yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a while, and I was trying to go back. I was trying to get out there to go talk to him, but I got a chance to.
Yeah, I actually texted him after the show because I wish I had stayed for the whole show. But there's three stages. I have to go back and forth because I need some footage of certain artists at the same time. I
Correct.
wish you guys alternated, but so everybody moves, but it can't happen that way. So I take two or three songs at the very beginning or in the middle, depending who's on all three stages. And I texted him and I said that was that performance was worth the whole trip for me just to see Eddie Gonzalez on there. I'm looking
Awesome,
forward to
man.
see more things from him. Okay, and we all saw Elijah on the
Correct.
accordion. Like I said, I thought it was his son or something. Yeah, and
So I'm hoping that you're not sounding like a robot. I hear you as a robot right now, and I can hear myself
oh, you do?
bouncing back. Yes.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Uh, Let me delete that. Okay, how's it sound now? It sound better?
So you're still the same. You're still the same right now. Well, give me a second.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Well, hopefully
All right.
everybody out there is doing well. And you know what? We have some people on, and if you guys could tell us in the chat if if the audio is lagging or something like that. Okay. I see. You want to answer? You want to look at some of the chat right now?
Let's
Let's.
do that.
Okay. Let's see. Luis, you say, "What's up, my friend Oraldo? We're doing good. Having a recap show." Saludos a Bino G. What's up? Okay.
¿Qué
And then
pasó?
we have Texas Most Wanted Band. All right, this thumbs up. Uh, Lawrence says
They did
we
a great
cannot.
job out there.
Oh, I don't know what Lawrence says. We cannot. I don't know what that means, Lawrence. Say you sound fine, Bino, but your video is blocky. Oh, okay.
Huh.
I don't. Well, it might be the connection or something like that. But thanks, Lawrence. Let's see. Texas Most Wanted says I can hear you both. Y'all good? Okay. Maybe it's audio's off a little bit. Whoops. Hey, I could hear. Is your audio off?
No, it's
One
on still.
second. I hear a little feedback on my side, I think. I'm not sure.
Give me
Oh well.
1 second. No, I actually got you pulled up because I can't see the actual comments. I pulled it
Okay.
up on my screen over here, so I
Okay.
turned on the volume now. So
All right. Well, let me turn it on. I might have it because I have the screen on right there. All right. Okay. Let's. I have other shows. Other videos put up here, but let's talk about the
okay,
girls. Let's talk about the girls. Jenny B. She had a real good performance, and Monica. I saw Monica Saldivar, and she was awesome. I'm not surprised, but she's a local here in DFW, and she did an awesome performance like that. Who else
I'm
did you?
glad you noticed that. A lot of people noticed that. She's been making a lot of noise now for the last several years. She
Yeah,
pretty much swept the Tana Music Awards this year at the
yeah,
45th. Back in November of last year, I should say, uh, which is amazing. That just shows that we're starting to turn now into the newer era of Tejano music.
yeah. And I remember back in the '90s, you probably couldn't even name five girls in the Tejano, female artists in the Tejano industry. It was hard to name past five. But now I can name like 10, 15 of them right off the bat. And
That means it's
oh,
growing, and that's a good sign.
yes. And Joanna Ray, another one. She was doing real well this weekend. I really enjoyed her
Yes.
performance. I told her the first time I saw her perform, I said, "Okay, you sound great, but you need to go dance back. You need to go back and forth on the stage and maybe dance a little bit, like some of the uh, artists like Stephanie and Elida and Patsy Torres. I was kind of disappointed we didn't get to see Patsy Torres because it's Sunday, the weather.
Yeah, unfortunately, due to the weather, the wind advisory, we had to make a decision pretty quick. So it was the right decision. We were able to get everybody out of the park. The production crews and the vendors and everybody were able to get their stuff out just in time.
Uh oh. Hey, Bino, I think, okay, I guess we lost Bino. You know what? While he's gone, or while we're trying to get Bino up, let me put up another video, okay? And we have, let's see, Potente. Anthony was on the show this past fall. Let's see. And let me see if I could put him on on the spot right here. And what's got to show the audio? And as I produce, I like to talk, but most of you know that. Let's see. Okay, so here is Potente at Vegas, not Vegas, at Tejano Fan Fair in San Antonio. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. Here on It's Tejano Time.
Me estoy enamorando cada día más de ti. Cada vez que yo te miro, tú me haces más feliz. Por favor, no me hagas esperar. Sé que conmigo tú te quieres casar y que para siempre a mi lado vas a estar. Noche y día, yo sé bien que tú también. Es por eso que te pido que lo pienses de una vez. Por favor, no me hagas esperar. Dime que también tú te quieres casar y que para siempre a mi lado vas a estar. ¡Yeah!
All right, Potente. Anthony was awesome. Like, oh, Arbino, you back?
You know,
Okay.
yes, I'm back. I'm back. Somebody tried to say I had a phone call come through, said knock me off.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I hear the audio, but you're a little lagging, but we'll deal with that. All right. But well, you know what?
Yeah,
Might be
it's what it's doing is because you still had the video up on there from
you're
Potente,
right. Okay, I am going to stop
so it's
sharing
double.
it.
Yeah, it's feeding back to me.
Okay.
There we
So
go. Perfect. Now, yeah, I don't hear myself anymore.
okay, there we go. I'm still learning all these. They keep on doing new updates and they screw with me all that time. But how'd you like the video?
I loved it. I was glad
Yeah.
that they came back. Their
Yes.
song, which actually captured me for the first time, was "Linda Morenita" back when they played at the Italian Music Awards years and years ago.
Uh,
You know,
it
uh, they started back in the '90s. They're from Carn City. You know,
okay.
and so they've
I
been with
didn't
us since then.
I didn't hear from I had Tejano time back I started in '96, and
Right.
when I talked to Anthony when he was on the show last year, he said that Freddie Records didn't produce video. So if you didn't have a video back in the '90s, I wasn't very familiar with you because it was a Tejano music video show that I had in the
Correct.
'90s. So not,
And I
when
used to
I
follow you when I was a kid back then too. That's crazy, right?
thanks, I'm not that old, dude.
I'm
All right.
52.
You're probably thinking of Rock and Roll James, dude. He's
It
old.
could have been rock and roll, but the show
Yeah,
itself, though, that's what. Yeah, the show
yeah,
itself, yes.
yes. We both were. We had a show at the same time, but
Right.
different different locations and stuff like that.
Correct.
But let's see. I was another thing I had mentioned earlier. Well, let me see which the girls that we had. I already mentioned Jenny B, Monica, Joanna Ray. I mentioned we Escobar, that girl from I forgot her name. What was her?
Yeah. Celeste.
Celeste. There was another girl, Bree Lynn. I think Shelly.
Yes, that's she's under with Shelly. Yes,
Yeah,
that's correct.
and then
Shell Shock Records.
yes, and I
And then you
think
have Sammy Torres. Sammy Torres is from your neighborhood up there too, as well.
okay. I didn't get a chance to catch that show. Like I said, I had to pick and choose and like
Right.
that. And Elise Nino was also from DFW, and she had a
That's
great
correct.
performance also. And again, I don't know who else other females you had besides those. There might be
I
one or
have to go
two I
back at the
forgot.
schedule. Yes, there's so many bands
Yeah,
that we had there. I mean, but you,
yeah,
you pretty much named quite a few of them already.
yeah.
Of course, Amanda Solis was there as well.
Was she
Uh,
there? I think
yes,
she did
she was on
perform.
the Mexican Plaza stage this year. Yes.
Okay, I didn't get a see that one. What was it on Thursday? Because I got the Thursday.
No, I believe it was Friday. I'll tell you what, I can look it up real quick since I
Friday.
have this here. Matter of fact, I was just going through all my stuff over there.
Okay.
So yes, she was on the Mexican Plaza stage from 7 to 7:40.
Okay.
Um,
There must have been someone else that I was recording during that time. I
okay,
can't.
Jessica Sachs, another new
Okay. A new artist.
performer there at the Town Music Awards. Yes, fanfare.
Okay. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a big DFW presence there, and Stampede. We had a reunion with Alex, the original singer from Stampede from Fort Worth, and he put on an awesome show. And again, I wish I had stayed for the whole show, but I only caught like first two or three songs, and then I had to go to another one. And
Right.
I have that footage. If you
Well,
like, did you get a chance to
you
see
know
any of
what?
the
Yes, I
performance?
would. I love to see that. Yes, I have not had a chance to see it yet. So
Okay,
I got so many files coming in, files with pictures and videos. I got to go start going through them this week, and I'm gonna start putting them together for a montage for our site.
okay. I he did. I talked to him earlier before he went on, and I don't know what I was thinking that he didn't like. Hey, Alex, are you the guest like reunion? And I know he's. I don't know why I was thinking he would remember me 20 years later, but he said yes, and I saw that he was trying to get some liquid courage before he went on the stage, like that, because it's been a lot. I don't know how long it's been since he's been on the stage. All right, let's see. So I have, whoops, I have him already on here. Whoops, let's see. All right, I got it ready. It is about 3.5 minutes long. You know what? Let me scroll it. Well, I plan to have Stampede on the show, so I'm just going to give you a little clip of Stampede right now. All right, so I'll give you about 3 minutes worth. Okay, so here is Stampede with the reunion with Alex De Leon, I think it was his last name, and or is his last name, and a Fort Worth band that I used to love to see back in the day when it's Tejano time. Okay, and here we go.
Tengo que sentir yo tu amor para no vivir con questo toccano. Quando nella tua amore, quando sentiré tu pasión, cuando creas que tu amor es otra vez como del corazón, cuando sentiré tu calor, en mis brazos, llamando a este amor, que no quiero olvidarme de tu amor, con tan fuerte. Here we go, baby, take it back in time, back to my time, here we go. Vengo a entregar mi amor, todo lo que yo tengo. Quiero que sientas pasión, quiero que sientas universo. Vengo a entregar mi amor, toda mi vida entera. Te amo, vengo a entregarte mi corazón. Quiero enseñarte mi amor, a entregarte mi amor. Te amo, quiero enseñarte mi corazón. Abre tus ojos y aquí estoy yo. Vengo a entregarte mi amor. Hands up to my family, guys, let's go! Open up to the Tejano Music Center. I'm a raza that's way in the back with those cameras up. Un saludo.
All right. That was awesome. I don't think he missed a beat back there. He sounded pretty natural back up
Well, I
there.
tell you what, the fans were there to make sure that they show their support.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. I was just I don't know if you saw that. I turned the camera around, but I just clicked off the video. There were a lot of supporters from DFW out there, and I
Yes, it
enjoyed
was.
it. Yeah. Uh, let's let's see who else. Let's see. You know what? I wasn't there Thursday, but El Plan. Uh, weren't they scheduled to play at the Time Music Awards in November? But they
They were, but they had because most of these bands have more than one booking agent, so there was a conflict of interest, so they couldn't make
okay.
it.
All right. So they made it up by coming to the fanfare.
Fanfare,
That's good.
yes, sir. They did an
I was
awesome
ho-
job.
I was hoping to see them because I've never seen them perform before. So I was that's one thing I was looking for at the awards. But and then again, this what surprised me this year is that my I don't know if you remember, but I'm a college professor, and my spring break is actually this week, and usually it's the same week as the fanfare. So I'm usually there on a Wednesday, and then I could see everything on Thursday and stuff. But this time I
Gotcha.
rolled in on Thursday, so I didn't get to see them, and I was looking forward to seeing them. Okay, and the Cahuto Cats were playing. I think were performing on Thursday.
Yes, they performed right before them. I tell you what, man, they Winter has had a big crowd out there as well, man. They did a great
Oh
job.
yeah, I love Cahuto Cats. They're awesome. Like that. Let's see. Uh, I was gonna say who else was there. Was it Jaime Anda was there? The
Jaime
Homeboys,
pulled the home. Yes, sir.
Fiebre, the ones you know performed. They were awesome.
That's right.
Let's see, La Calma. Okay, J.R. Gomez did. Was it? I think he was supposed to perform on a Friday, and then he couldn't make it.
He
But
couldn't. Yes, we were trying to get to where he could fit in, but yeah, we couldn't make it. But
he
he
actually did
apologizes for
perform.
that.
He actually did perform, and I think it was Roel Martinez brought him up to the stage and he performed. Did you happen to see that?
No, I didn't.
No. Well, I have footage of that, but I'll show it on another episode of It's Tejano Time or Tejano Talk.
There you go.
And Ricardo Castellon was there. Segano was there. One person, one band that, well, one artist that I normally wanted to see, but I didn't have time because I was going through a set, was Jay Pettis. Did you see that performance?
I caught the very beginning and then the very end.
Okay, I caught none of it, and I was a little disappointed in myself that I didn't catch Jay. He's like one of my favorites, but but
He,
I have lots of footage of Jay.
he did. It's Jay Pez. What do you say? What's it?
Oh
San
yeah,
Antonio, man. He el hijo de San Antonio. He did a great job, like always.
yeah. Let's see. Uh, I have. Let's see. We already saw those three. Let's do one more video, okay? And uh, should I highlight Fiebre or Elijah Ezekiel? Which one do you think? A new artist?
Well, I'll tell you what. We can do. Let's do Fiebre,
Okay, well, we'll do that one.
and,
So,
and then we'll come back with we'll come back to the other one.
okay. Well, I was gonna wrap up the show after that. Let's see. Let me put this one up here. Whoops.
Yeah, because I only caught the very beginning of that show, so I was kind of interested what you have.
Okay, so let me see what I have here. Okay, I have it queued up already. Hold on a second, because it's like, ooh, I have 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to fast forward some of this.
Yeah, that's
Give you
fine. That way we
about
can still stick in that last video too before we end.
what's that?
And it's where we can still stick in,
Yeah.
like before we get off. Yes.
Okay, I will play about. I have 10 minutes, so I'll play maybe about 3 minutes worth. Okay. All right. So here is Fiebre, the ones you know, here on It's Tejano Time. Hope you enjoy it. So there's a taste for you of Fiebre, the ones you know.
Came out great, man. You did a great job.
Well, thank you. I love my Pocket 3 camera. It does it makes me shoot better than I really am. 'Cause I used to have other cameras. I was shaky, but this one is awesome. And I'm gonna have to buy another one just in case this one breaks down on me. I just have a spare like that.
Yeah,
But
I had several fans asking. Oh, you know what? I'm hearing double again.
oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'll take care of it.
Okay. So I had a fan ask me a question about, hey, you are doing passes to get backstage. Well, there's a reason why we have to have crowd control back there,
Oh
and it's the
yeah.
safety of the artist. So at every given time, we want to know who those badges are given out to, credentials. Like I said, it's a safety issue, and I understand you want to go see the artist, but that, they'll do autographs afterwards and all that type of stuff too. So it has to be controlled back there because, in the day and age that we're in, you just never know who's out to hurt anybody. And it's scary, but hey, safety comes first for us there. And we have to make sure that we implement that.
Yeah, and I appreciate you. Every time I go there, you always give me a media pass and let me do what I need to do for the show and promote Tejano music. And
Correct.
yeah,
And
there's
and that's what it's about. Come in, support the organization and the artist. And of course, like the footage you have right now, you get to share with everybody so everybody else can see what they didn't get to see if they
yeah,
weren't there at
and
the
so
venue.
yeah, so next year they're gonna show up. You know, I
There you
love
go. It just makes it bigger each and every year. And I just
exactly.
want to say a special thanks to all the artists that participated this year. Even the ones that canceled, hey, things happen on the road, and it's stuff that we can't, determine what's going to happen. So, don't worry about it. As long as they updated me on stuff that happened, hey, you're always more than welcome next year to come in. There was some great talent that was going to be coming in, especially from out of state as well too. And so we look forward, maybe hopefully next year that they can be a part of it. To the sound crews out there that are working hard to do that 20-minute changeover. Thank them to
Yes.
our staff, the vendors, especially the sponsors that we did have, very few, but everything comes into play to make this happen. Where you see me right now is my office here at home. I spend sometimes 18, 19 hours a day in here to just go over everything. And I'm not perfect. I'm not going to ever say I'm perfect because nobody's perfect.
I'm
Sometimes there'll
not.
be a glitch here and there, but it's, there's glitches here and there sometimes, but hey, when you're looking over the schedule 500, 600 times, it starts getting to look the same to you. So, sometimes I do have to take a break from that, but, I hope that I'm picking the best, artists out there that who do submit. I know some people are like, hey, well, how come this band's not performing and this band's not performing? Was because they did not submit to perform. So every
Right.
band that submits, they're doing it for promotional use only, for them to come out there and promote their band, which of course we allow them to go out there and sell their merch and then whatever they have to, we want them to make money as well.
Right.
But like I said, our thing is too is we have to make sure that we cover the bills on this event to keep this happening, so these artists have a big platform. you know um, I've seen artists come and go that have never really made it, but I tell you what, at least they got a small taste of seeing a huge
Yes.
crowd that were in front of them for one time, if that never did happen down the road. And I think it's very important for them to feel that, because I tell you what, man, even some of these huge crowds and some of these artists that are playing in the later nights, hey, they began where these new artists were. They started at 12, one
Oh yeah.
o'clock. Now they're starting to get into those later hours. But that just tells you that these guys are seriously, they want a career out of it. It's not a hobby for them. So, hey, we got to give them props because that's the new generation of talent music, whether we like it or not. I mean, I had to get past the sound of the orchestra band back in the day, Little Joe's, and the Latin breeds and all that type of stuff, and
Right.
start getting committed to what the new sound of Tejano music is. It's like Hank Williams Sr. to Jason Aldean. It's still considered country music no matter the way you put it. So a lot of people are complaining, well, we don't have FM stations. Well, we're in a new modern era where we're app driven now. So you can pick up your phone. Everybody should have a phone by now that actually has where you can go on there and apps and download Tejano stations, conjunto stations from all over the United States and beyond. So um, it's just our lifestyle has changed so much now to where yes, I still enjoy AM and FM stations, but now everything's all app driven, like I said. So
Oh yeah.
you can listen to that anywhere. It's not like FM where you drive out so far and then you lose the signal.
It cuts
But even
off.
the FM stations have even gotten to where they have an app also, so you can follow them all over as well. So I always say, make sure to get out there. And if you don't know how to download these apps, I'm sure somebody will help you, and find several stations,
Oh
the
yeah.
sky's the limit, just listen to them all if you get a chance to just pick some favorite ones. Everybody has their own different way of, product, as far as, music. Uh, but like I said,
Tell everybody where they can catch your show. How they
well,
everybody
let's talk
can.
about that. So it's already the 1 year anniversary for the Tejano Music Awards national radio show, which is a syndicated show. Ran its course back in November, which made the 1 year anniversary. It took me several years to start developing it, and it's still in the developing stages. We've had three other disc jockeys who've had the pleasure of having this 1 hour show, which will probably soon turn into 2 hours. But I'm glad to say that I kind of keep it balanced. I really do showcase at the very beginning the new artists, and I appreciate all the artists who are actually sending music to me. Which, if you're interested, and you're listening now, or if y'all can pass along for any artist, it's airplay at TejanoMusicAwards.com. But then it kind of goes into the more and more seasonal artists as we go through the show. But it's not all music. I also have news with Tejano Nation. I also have a segment with Johnny Ramirez. You all know Johnny Ramirez from KXTN and with Fierro and other stations that he's with. And then I have, which is Rudy Trevino's top three. It's not the whole top 20 because that would take the whole time.
Yeah,
But
no joke.
Rudy sends a top three each week for me, and so it has a little bit of everything to it, So once I start doing the interviews, we'll end up going up to 2 hours at that point. But I just want to kind of like have a little bit of everything in that 1 hour show. It just keeps everybody interested. But
Yeah.
so far, like I said, I think it's going right now. We're up to 60 stations, which is AM, FM, and of course, app driven stations out there that is being broadcast. Pretty much 7 days a week.
Awesome. I've only caught a few episodes of your show, and I've enjoyed it. And
Well, thank you
I'm
very
al-
much.
I'm always improving my show, and it's an ongoing thing. Like I'm not perfect. Everybody can tell by today, But my footage is getting better. I'm shooting better. The sound's getting better. Every little bit helps.
Well, you don't want to hear all the bleepers I have to put out of this when I edit. So at least I have the pleasure of editing before I put it out there.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
live.
yeah,
So whatever happens live, you can't go back and
yeah.
edit
I
it until later
hate
on if you want to
editing.
put it online. But
Yeah.
yes, I enjoy it. And most of all, I really enjoy my position with TTMA, and I'll tell you why. Because I get to meet so many great people out there, and I know I stay very humble. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, I don't let this get to my head. I've seen people in this position that it's happened to them. I try to respect every artist out there, and one thing about it is that to me, that every artist that participates at Fanfare has a voice. Like this week, I'll start calling artists like I usually do. I'll make a post call to them. I want to ask, congratulate them first off for being a part of this, and then I'll
Hmm.
start asking them questions. Hey, how were you treated? I mean, what was your experience? What was the stage, production like? Did they take a long time setting you up, or was it great? Those are the kind of information that helps me for next year when I start planning this
Right.
again, and to kind of better everything as we go.
Yeah. And you know what? We had talked earlier this weekend about the Hunter Music Awards being in Houston again next year, possibly.
It's in the talks. It's not put in stone yet. I mean, it could go back to San Antonio. Like I said, it's just in the
Or
talks right
even,
now.
or
So,
maybe DFW. I don't know.
hey, anything's possible right now.
Oh,
But like I
yeah.
said, everything's still in the talks until we officially make it.
Yeah.
We put it out there for everybody, for the public. So, you're going to hear, well, they're talking to this person, talking. They're probably right. But like I said, there's no harm and no foul, and going around and checking out different venues for it to go, because this is going to be the 46th year. It's the longest running
Right.
show that we have in our genre of music, and we don't. I mean, to me, I just want to keep seeing it go, go, go. As long as the fans are there
Oh, yeah.
supporting, just like last year. People are like, "Well, they had it at a bar." Well, let me tell you something. Sometimes when that budget's not there, you have to do what you have
Yeah.
to keep things going. But the venue was so nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, it's not like
Yes.
it's in a bar. It was a
I
beautiful
enjoyed it.
venue that you walk into. Yes,
Yes. I
you know.
only
So
wish they had more tables. I would have bought a table also, but it sold out
yeah, and
quick.
it sure did. And I tell you what, something about that. Uh, about 72 hours after tickets went on sale, we didn't even have an artist mentioned yet.
Yeah.
Um, they sold out of tickets for all
Oh,
the
yeah.
tables, all the chairs were gone. And even some of the actual general admission tickets were still flying off.
Yep.
So man, that was. most of the time you wait to see who's going to perform. But I think Houston, Texas, the Katy era has been waiting for this move because we've been approached several times,
Yeah.
and it's always fell through with the funding at that point. But we still love San Antonio. Don't get me wrong. It was just lack of support. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes you have things that they stay around for a long time. And you just take it for granted at times.
Yes. Yes.
And it's not out of the question that it'll come back. But right now we have to do what's best for the organization. To keep this alive. So, I mean, you saw how massive the crowds were there at Fanfare. So it's
Yes.
alive and well. I mean, that's why it's called the Tejano capital of the world, San Antonio, for a reason.
Yeah.
Um, so that's where that's what it is. That's the base. Our Town of Music Awards fanfare is what brings everybody into San Antonio. So we're like we're the epicenter. And of course, you're
Yeah.
going to have other events revolving around it, which is great. I think there's more than enough for everybody. The one thing I keep hating is that, oh, well, how come they're doing the event the same day? How come they couldn't do it the following week or this week? You know what? To me, hey, go for it. There's
Right.
more than enough people coming in. There might be several bands that are not on our schedule that are going to be performing somewhere else,
Yeah.
and they want to go see them. Hey, like I said, the more the merrier, guys. I mean, to me, that just shows that we are still alive and well here in this organization that we call Tejano Music.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's almost we're about an hour, all close to it. Let's finish up the chat and then we'll just say goodbye to everybody. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you
Uh,
what. Do you have
go.
that small clip of Elijah and Los Conjunto Addicts from Arizona? I like to kind of show them real quick. That way
Okay.
people know who we're talking about. Yeah, if we have time.
Okay.
Maybe about a minute if we have it, and then we can close
All
out.
right. All right. Hey, you know what? Why don't you tell while I'm doing this? Why don't you tell everybody where they can get a hold of you or like the bands if they want to for next year?
Oh, definitely. Okay, so matter of fact, there are several ways. So you can actually reach me on the Tejano Music Awards official webpage, which is TejanoMusicAwards.com. Or you can reach me on my Tejano Music Awards Facebook, which is Bino G or Bino
Oh,
Gaona, Gaona. But mainly, my email is BinoG@TejanoMusicAwards.com. So that's where you can go and email me and ask me for more information. But we always post all our official information on our Facebook page, which is Tejano Music Awards.
okay. And that's where I get all my news. If you anybody who wants to know the lineup, just go to the website and you'll find it there.
That's correct. Like we say, if you don't see it on our
And it's
page, then it's just
updated.
hearsay until you see it official.
Yeah. All right. Here is Ezekiel. No, wait. Elijah
Elijah.
with what's the name of his band? It's
And Los Conjunto Addicts from
Addicts.
Arizona.
All right. Here on It's Tejano Time. I hope you enjoy it. All right. He is awesome.
That's right. I've heard both names, Elijah, Elijah, but like I said, they came out there and they kicked tail out there from Arizona here in
They
Texas.
did.
So man, let's give them a props, man. They
Oh
they did a
yeah,
great
definitely.
job.
And he's a team player because, like I said, he played with Jaime de Anda. He played with Eddie Gonzalez also. He backed them
And
all
just
up.
think if we're not, you got the video still on there, so I'm hearing double.
Oh, sorry.
But no, it's okay. I just want to, stumble over my words. But like I said, if it wasn't for this platform that we put from the Tom of Music Awards for fanfare, we would never see these artists.
Oh yeah,
So and we would never know about them because I mean, unless you travel to Arizona, frequently to see what's going on in that industry over there for the Tom of Music Awards and stuff like that. But you know, it's very important to me. This is like the gateway into the industry. You know, I can probably say about just and for certainty about 90% of the artists, even way back that actually started with fanfare, have played that household names now, legendary artists who are here and are gone. Um, this is where, like I said, it's where they come to showcase their talent. It's a show that they put on for the fans for free, and also to come out and support the Texas Talent Musicians Association Talent Music Awards. Is like I said earlier, at the end of the day, the fans leave, the vendors are gone, everybody's gone, but the bills are still here to be paid at the end. So, like I said, if we don't make it, it's not like we're calling the artist to say, hey, man, we didn't make it. Hey, we allowed you to perform. We want some money from you guys or whatever. At the end of the day, it still has to get paid regardless if there's a loss. So we
yeah,
just want to keep it, we want to keep it free to we're not having to do a cover charge.
yeah,
So far, we've been able to cover the bills, even though that we take a loss here and there. But our thing is we want to keep supporting the new artists and our legendary artists who are still out there and give the fans and the new fans a vision of what our industry really means.
yeah,
Like I said, the sound has changed. It's not the same. But again, too, we've all changed since we were kids, and
yeah.
so we just have to move on and move forward and give our new artists a chance. Find you an artist that you love to hear, that you loved hearing this past weekend, and start following, give them support. Let's see how far they can go in this industry. It's like I always say, the event for fanfare and for the awards, it's a night where memories are made and dreams come true. Somebody, and I will start finding out here shortly too, what people, the buzz is, what artists really are they speaking about this year?
Oh yeah. All right. Let's finish up the chat and then we'll take off. Okay. Let's see. Cubo. Lawrence, it's a Cubo, Bino, and Buddy. Thank you, Bino, for great work. We appreciate all that you do. Definitely. I'll
Gracias.
second
Thank
that.
you.
All right.
Means a
Luis, it
lot.
said, Oraldo, you forgot to add a new female singer, Bree. I think I did say Bree Lynn. She did an amazing job in
Yes.
collaboration with Shelly. Yes. And let's see, Anthony Quintanilla has those nice shoes. I never saw the Todd Arts have those Dion shoes, but he's got his own style. All right, and let's see, and we just have good music. All right, thanks, Bino. We appreciate you being on here and helping us with the recap show. So let's end it. I'm your host Oraldo for It's Tejano Time.
And Bino G, the event director for the Texas Talent Musicians Association, Talent Music Awards, and the Talent Music Awards National Radio Show host.
Lots of titles. All right. And you've been listening and watching Tejano Time. Bye.